What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Minecraft command block tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a auction house command. It's going to be quite a long tutorial so I could show you and kind of explain stuff and go over the commands and stuff. But you have been asking, like, in the comment section, to bring back a lot of command videos and to do advanced commands. I don't really know what you mean by advanced commands, although I can do stuff like this and even more advanced if that's something that you're wanting. I kind of felt that I taught y'all enough, so I kind of stopped doing commands over time and started focusing more on add-ons because I enjoy making them. And commands, I still love doing commands, but I felt like I taught y'all way too much. Or not really taught y'all too much, but like I showed enough to where my command block videos no longer like relevate you to or like have any purpose for y'all to watch anymore. So I kind of stopped. But today I'm going to show you a cool auction system. I know I said this like over 8 months ago that I would show you guys this command. I went ahead and finished it today, and I'm going to show you guys the tutorial. So let's get into it, and I'll show you and kind of like talk about some stuff. There is a downside. There's only one set money based system on how this works. So if you're going to sell something in the auction, you do not get to pick the price you want to sell it for. You only get $10. Now, you could change the price to whatever it is that you want. This makes it fair. So if I did want to sell a lily pad, I would only get $10 by selling it in the auction, and whoever buys it would buy it for $10, no matter what the item is. You can change up some of the commands to make it a little different for pricing and stuff. This is just the basic idea. You guys can run with it and have it, go crazy and make it more advanced if you're already in an advanced level. This is more for a basic intermediate level. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to purchase this. I already have a money system based set up. You guys can see on the side here, I have Dakon and I have $3.90 for my money. I'm going to buy this bamboo for 10 bucks. It should go to $3.80, and now I have the bamboo. And you guys can see that this item frame now popped up. I can now sell something. I'm going to sell this lily pad, and it should have given me $10. I was at $3.80. Now I'm back at $3.90. You can see the lily pad right here. You can't sell anymore. So once the wall, however long or big you want your wall to be, your auction wall, is what you would have. So once it's full, people have to buy something before anyone else can sell stuff. Just to show you something, I'm going to buy Dakon's blade real quick. I'll go back to $3.80. I now have Dakon's blade. You can't buy anything else. There's nothing here. You can't do anything. So, $3.80. So I'm going to buy this Wither Rose too. So now I have a Wither Rose and Dakon's blade, and it does have a damage value. I'm going to go ahead and summon in some sheep or some pigs. Let me summon in some pigs. Let me summon in a pig here. And you can see that the damage value went down a little bit more. Just to show you guys that it does keep its value. So I'm going to sell this for 10 bucks. Boom. It throws it over there. Got $3.80. I'm going to go ahead and sell this pork chop. I'm back at $3.90. The auction wall is full. No one can sell it. This disappears. And you can turn around and buy whatever it is you want. You can even see that it's still named. I'm going to rebuy it just because I accidentally sold it or something. The damage value is still the same as it was when you sold it. So it's pretty neat. And you can go back and anybody can use it. It's multiplayer friendly. So I'm going to start going over the commands. Let me go ahead and set this up by selling a Wither Rose and a bamboo again. So now it's set up for people to start purchasing. So let me go into game mode C real quick, and the very first thing, of course, is you're going to need to set up a Scoreboard Objectives Add Money dummy, and then everybody's going to need to be added to this dummy. So you're going to need to do Scoreboard Players Add at All Money 0. That allows everybody to have a 0 score. Now, I did not add a shop system like some of you guys have been asking. I'll make another one later, but this is however your shop system is. This is if you have a digital currency. You can then use this inside of your auction house. That's how it's all set up there. However you get money and do things like that inside of the world is up to you. This is a buying sell auction system. So the first things first is this repeating command block, which is the most important. I'm going to be cloning this here to this here. You're going to need 3 setups. The reason for 3 is so that you can actually multiply what you're doing, because each section goes based off these 3 areas. This one is cloning these 2 or, you know, more specifically, this item frame right here where the face is, and it's cloning it to here. So if I put a block here, it's going to clone it. So whenever you have an item frame, it's gonna clone it right here. When that actually activates, when you have an item frame and you put something in it, it will give off a redstone signal, which will then activate these two. The first one here is going to give the player $10. So once you put something inside this item frame, that person will get $10. This one will immediately clone over here, and it will activate these three commands. This one is going to be executing an armor stand named auction, or ACT, which is short. The closest one, detecting that there is at least sand 3 blocks below the armor stand, and it's then going to clone this one right here to there, and that's how that works. So there's no longer sand. The reason I use sand was because it's clear, more easier to see. So if I purchase this, you guys can see sand is here. So now there's sand and there's an armor stand here named ACT. So now if I'm just going to quickly sell this lily pad again, you can see that they activate, boom, it replaces that sand, everything goes back. So this one here is going to clone this one right here to here, so that this is always going to be empty so that the next player can use it. This one over here is just going to clone back that these two are both empty, so you're going to need both of these clones. They're just making sure that both of them are going to be empty, guys. That's just to make sure, a double safety version, so that it's always going to be like that. Let's go ahead and go over to this bottom section. So after this, you'll have this little section. As you guys can see, it's lit up because there's an auction available. I'm going to purchase this one, and now it's just sand. There's nothing there. It's just a wall with sand or whatever. And there's nothing. This is not lit up. So when you do sell something, this will light up and it will activate this, which will set planks right here. It will remove this sand. So then it'll no longer execute detect that this armor stand has sand below it, so it won't find it. Then this one over here is going to kill the armor stand within 5 blocks. You space them individually like so, and if there are at least 4 blocks like this, it will kill this armor stand without killing the other ones. So if there's 2 up there, just to give you an example, I'm going to purchase the one next to it. Let's go over here and check it out. So now I'm going to sell the first one, and only the first one will die because it's in 5 blocks. 6 is right here, so don't go more than 5. If you space them individuals by 1, like I have like this, you should be completely safe, although it's going to be a longer build, a longer section for how you set things up, but we want it like that for how I have the bottom set up as well. So once that's done, it'll activate this, which will of course kill the armor stand, and then this one will set a stone button all the way below this sand, so that you can see that this one is sand and doesn't have an item frame, doesn't have nothing, and there's no button, so I can't use it. But if I purchase it, it goes away, I get the money, and if I sell something, boom, it sets that to planks, gives me the item from over there, and sets a button and kills the armor stand. So here we go. Let's try it one more time. See, the armor stand dies, sold it, boom. That's how that does it. I'll go over the top in a minute. Let's go over the bottom. So the first one here, it will have a little system. The button's right below this, so you'll have this section. Actually, I could delete this so you guys can see. So the button's here, and it will have a redstone signal right below the block of the button. And there's going to be a redstone torch on each side. And this first one here is going to set a block of air, which is going to destroy this button. So when you press that button, it will destroy the button. This next one will also be activated, but it's looking for a player that has at least $10 and whatever your max on your money will be that's within 4 blocks, and it's going to remove $10 from that player on the money score. That's all this is saying. This one here is just a chain, conditional always active, and it's going to do a fill command because I want to destroy it. I don't want to set block or do anything like that. I want to use a fill command because it will destroy the item frame and drop the item that was currently inside of it. So that's what that's going to be. Look at this wandering villager. Wow. Okay, so when you press it, it'll drop it just like so. Player can pick it up. And that's what that does. This one over here will actually set sand where the plank was, right there. And then this one will also summon another armor stand named ACT at the coordinates right above at the 43 right here. It will set this armor stand here, which will activate these pressure plates. So once you've sold something, it'll kill it, set it up, do it where it needs to be. You'll press the button, it'll drop it, it'll give you the item that you sold, and it'll summon an armor stand and be ready for the next player. So if there's an armor stand, there's a stone pressure plate. The reason I picked stone is so it has to be an entity. It will actually have just a piece of redstone, and it will actually be cloning that right there back there. That's where the 3 comes in. So that one over there will clone back over here if there is an armor stand. Now, if there's no armor stands, let me just sell one, like so. These pressure plates, which means if there's one, it still won't work. So there has to be 0 armor stands for this to say you can no longer sell. And that's what this single command is. It's going to set that coordinates to air. So just to give you an example again, if there's at least 1 armor stand up there, no player can purchase or sell any more items. Because there's 1 armor stand, it will clone it so you could sell something. But if there's no armor stands, like so, it'll die, it'll activate that one and get rid of the item frame, so you no longer can do anything. You can't sell anymore, so you can't just keep overlapping and getting rid of somebody that already put something in there. And that's literally it, guys. It's a simple kind of command. I don't know. I like it. It's repetitive, but that's literally all you have to do. Each command is going to be slightly different. It's going to do the planks. It's still going to be the planks. Still going to be the armor stand. Still going to be the stone button. The only thing that literally is going to change is where the armor stand is summoned. All of these same commands are exactly the same, except for this one. It's going to summon an armor stand at 43, 10, 52. This one's going to be at 54. 43, 10, 54, 56, and 58. And those are my coordinates on my world. But the rest of these commands are literally going to be the exact same. Nothing changes on any of them at all, because I had them at a relative. So I'll try and put these in the description if I can, or like maybe a paste bin for you guys. But like I said, the coordinates are going to be different. You're going to have to get the coordinates on your world. And that's pretty much it. So here's a simple auction system that does work on servers. So if you purchase it, like I said, the only downside is you have only a $10 section there, or however much you want to sell items. If you want to have it $100, but I thought 10 because people could literally try and sell you a pork chop. They could, if you have a money system and pork chops are like say $8, you could sell it in the auction for 10 and someone could buy it for 10, but that's up to you. Now if you want to ban items, all you have to do is have that item in an item frame and have it set up over in another section that tests for blocks. If this item frame with the lily pad is here, it will remove it. So it's kind of difficult because people could still sell it. Now you can play around with how that works. This doesn't really bother me. People can like buy and purchase and sell stuff. You guys can mess around with it. I just gave you the basic example of how it works. But that's it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy, let me know. Comment down below if you have any other command creation ideas or anything you need help with. I'm DAKONBLACKROSE, and I'll see you in the next one.